What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You guys join me with this absolutely beautiful 2019 BMW F90 M5 Competition. Before we begin, I just want to give a huge thank you and shout out to PurMotive out here in the Baltimore, Maryland area for allowing me to review this car today. If you guys are interested in this car, it is for sale, as well as many other cool ones listed on their website. I'll go ahead and link their contact info in the description box below. So to answer everyone's question right off the bat here, yes, this car is wrapped. This is not a factory color, but it is an absolutely beautiful color. I love this orange. At the factory color, if I can show you guys in the door jambs here, it is gray, I believe. Yep, you can see just like that. But I do love the little accents as well, with the orange brake calipers, with the carbon roof, and all the other kind of miscellaneous pieces just make this car look absolutely stunning. Carbon pieces right on the front bumper here. I'm not sure those are factory, but those do look very, very good. I love the orange accents for the radiator support, I believe is what that is right there. You can see the adaptive cruise control module right there. You have the full LED headlights right here that swivel and obviously corner with the steering wheel. Moving along the side of the M5 here, you can see these gorgeous wheels. I believe this does not have carbon ceramic brakes, but I believe those were an option on the M5 Competition. But like I said a little bit ago, this car also has the carbon fiber roof, so you can see it right here. There's no sunroof or anything like that, but it is still a very nice look. And as we make our way to the rear, you can see this car also has an aftermarket rear spoiler right there in carbon fiber as well. LED taillights, obviously, the quad exhaust pipes to let everyone know you do have the M5. The matching BMW badge right there. And obviously this is a full power trunk, so I have the key right here. We can go ahead and just press that button. It'll go ahead and lift up for us. We're fighting the rain a little bit here today, guys, but as you can see, a very, very nice trunk space right here. Obviously the floor mats. These seats fold down, the rear seats, you can go ahead and pull that handle to do so. And once you're done in the trunk, you can go ahead and press that button like so to go ahead and close it. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the rear seat of the M5. I'll go ahead and open the door here. As you can see, beautiful interior. You have stitching on the top part of the armrest here, carbon trim right here, some stitching down below as well. You also have the M tricolor seat belts, I believe. Center console, obviously, with cup holders and some storage. And obviously four-zone climate control back here as well, with heated rear seats, which is great. Hopping in the front seat of the M5, and actually just before we do so, I forgot to mention the carbon fiber mirror caps as well. And I love the BMW M mirrors that are just kind of supported at the bottom right there. That look really, really nice. Obviously you have turn signals in them as well, and camera for the 360 camera. But if we go ahead and open the door here, you can see very similar obviously to the rear seat, but you do have some memory seats settings right here for the driver seat settings. Same stitching on the top of the armrest. You also have some ambient lighting underneath, which is a little bit tough to see, but it is there. You also have the Harman Kardon sound system. So let's go ahead and just fire this thing up. We'll go ahead and put it in accessory mode. I do like the red start stop button, and we'll just press M2. As you can see, the drive modes will select and the exhaust valve will open. Put our foot on the brake, hit the button. Wow, incredible. Let's go ahead and pop the hood real quick of the F90 M5. For these newer BMWs, you just pull the hood latch there twice, and we'll make our way to the front. And like I said, no latch, so you can just pull straight up. This is the 4.4 liter twin turbo V8 S63 in the 2019 M5 Competition. It makes 617 horsepower and 553 foot-pounds of torque. This is all-wheel drive, and it has an 8-speed automatic transmission. 0 to 60 is in the low 3-second range. This engine bay is also beautiful. You can see the BMW M-Power right there. The turbos are nestled right there in the manifold for quick spooling. And you can see some of the dynamic chassis control modules right there on top of the suspension. Just an amazing engine. They still use this engine in the new M5, just with a little bit of hybrid power. Looking at the interior of the F90 M5, it is a beautiful place to be. You can see some of the ambient light illumination right there on the dashboard and along the doors, like I said earlier. You also have a full color heads-up display right there with a tachometer right there with a live reading. Obviously, you have a miles per hour, a speed limit indicator, You also have a fully digital instrument cluster. It's not that customizable. These gauges kind of stay exactly where they are, but you can customize a little bit what sits in the middle of the center display there. We're continuing along, a nice thick M steering wheel here with the matching badge. You can see the M1 and the M2 buttons right there. You have aluminum paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. Steering wheel heating, obviously, a little M logo right there at the bottom of the wheel. And if we move over to the center console, this is a little bit earlier version of iDrive, but you still have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You can see you can scroll through the various icons as well. If you go ahead and hit My Vehicle, you can do the M setup in this one, in this menu, where you can configure the two buttons right here for the various drive modes. If we go back, there's also various other vehicle status things for the tire pressure, tire temperature, and stuff like that. But overall, a very nice system nonetheless. It's not as modern, I guess, as the full kind of two-screen layout of the newer BMWs, but still nice and fast processing and everything like that. Apple CarPlay, everything you would pretty much need. And as we move down, you have some piano black trim right here. Obviously, the radio controls right here. These are the climate controls. This car also has heated and ventilated seats. This is a touchscreen right here, as you can see. Moving down the center console here, you can see this is some storage right here. I believe this is a wireless charging pad. You have a USB outlet right there for the CarPlay, some cup holders. Very nice trim right here, like I was saying, some stitching. See, this is for the iDrive right here. You can scroll, you can use this wheel to scroll through the various icons. You have various different shortcut buttons that are pretty self-explanatory that surround this wheel. Alongside the iDrive controls, you have the transmission selector right here for the 8-speed automatic parking brake, and this is for various different vehicle functions. You can bring up the kind of side view cameras right there if you're pulling out at a junction or something like that. A little bit more visibility. You can see the parking sensors right there as well. That brings up the full 360 camera. This is for the exhaust right here. You can turn the exhaust valve on and off. Right here, you also have separate controls for the M dynamic driving mode. You can see the steering sensitivity right here. You can press Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, excuse me, the suspension, same kind of modes right there. And you could customize, like I said, and program them to the M1 and the M2 buttons. So a little bit more about this gear selector mechanism right here. Right now we're in park. Obviously, you can see the P in the gauge cluster. But if we want to go to drive, obviously, foot on the brake, kick it over into D right here, and you can see D1 appears in the gauge cluster. If we want to go to manual mode, you kick it over one more time. You can see the 1 illuminates right there, and those 3 little dials, or 3 little bars, excuse me. Those bars are the shift speed. You can use this at the top of the gear selector here to go through the shift speed settings. If you want to go back to drive, obviously, you kick it back over one more. Neutral is over here, and reverse is up and to the left. And you bring up the full camera system like I showed you a second ago. Bring it back into neutral like so, and then once you're ready to park, you can go ahead and hit the P at the bottom of the selector there. But outside of that, guys, that basically concludes the interior tour, the quick interior tour, I should say, of the F90 M5. Just a beautiful place to be. Ton of great customization options for the drive mode. Quality feels great. Just a really, really nice place to be overall. But with that being said, let's go ahead and shut the car off here and conclude the video. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick look at this beautiful 2019 BMW F90 M5 Competition. Once again, a huge thank you and shout out to PurMotive here in Baltimore, Maryland for allowing me to review this car. I'll go ahead and link, like I said, all their contact info in the description box below. But if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for a ton of cool content coming very soon. And I'll catch you in the next one.